Isanara Adonai Jesus name malale aganara udoralai kun unai dalhaya gunara. Amen. Amen, amen. I say to you, truly I tell you, I am praise and grace. Should be human, should be. For my name is grace. Should be. For my name was to give you grace or punishment. For I am the karma. In the beginning, he just watching me being slandered, being all that, cursed, everything humans does. While I'll bear it all with them. And in this end, it will be for us to watch. Humans, lucky enough, I have the King whom I trust with everything. Humans, since biblical days, the plants that my Father in heaven has not planted in humans, they are the plants or subconscious spirits of demons from the castles. Until the castles is what you call cattles, cattles in your book. In that what you read, biblical, is what you called cattles. And cattles is in humans are from the Dead Seas. The cattle spirits was and from the abhorrations, which is the seas, from the seas. Like, have you seen a bubble in the seas or a foam in the seas? There is a soul in there that was could not have enough of the sufferings it was carrying. So the Father have turned them into soap. Into soap. For the souls not to properly walk away. For them to stay there. That is why you have soap, like that medicinal in your soap. In your SOP. SOAP or SOUP, depending, because everything you eat, there is souls in it. Like a souls of those who served you with that food. If the souls of that, it's like this, when you eat somewhere and then you were given food and somebody's heart was not really 100% sure what it wants. You get sickness. It's like we have belief of this, that it's, for example, when my niece are here with me and then his brother asked for food, if she was eating something and then her brother asked, just an sample, her brother is eating something and she asked for a bit and then her brother got sick, it means that the giver of that is in hesitant to give the food. It's like if your neighbor give you food and then the food that your neighbor gives you is not 100% from the heart, you get sick. Since biblical days, humans, this is what's happening to the world as well. False gifts, false loves, false hopes, that flattery, which is humans are love the flattery of the worlds. They just want to be, the Bible says. Well, I am Bible, humans. I am Bible. The holy love, grace. Luke 6:32. It says, if you love those who love you, what goodness do you have? That is flattery you receive from others. Even sinners love those who love them. That is what you get. Flatters, flat. No, it won't straight your path. You know? Because demons inside of humanity from that cuttlefish, from the rock that Abel used for his brother Cain to, was inside of that cattles. You notice that there is like a plastic on the back of the squids. It is where it comes from, humans. It is where it comes from the cuttlefish. Is the heat. The heat comes from the heat comes from what do you call this? Evil's hand placed into the squids. Placed into the squids. And that also a symbol of this garbages you have in the world. This garbage, plastic. It's also what humans get, plastic. They just love flattery. As long as they get flattered, they bullshit one another. That's the humanity becomes. They love to bullshit one another, even if it's like saying that if God forgive humans after the 707, you coveting suicide, because it is covet, which is the 10th part of the commandment. Like I said, you have coveted, you have broken the 10 commandments. The worst is the 707 part of the denominations, which is the rules of heavens. The rules of heaven, humans, not to covet, not to blaspheme your God by name calling Him. It's like every day, when you're just speaking, you use the name, oh, Lord. No, you can't do that. Even I am a spirit, I want to speak like this to my brothers. Why, humans? I won't speak like this to my even his name, Q-I-N-G. I have to make it Q-I-N-G, not to blaspheme myself, because they are me. Alright, that, and you are non-spirits. I give exemption to the arcs I knew, for they too was the blood in me. It's the spirit when they were men inside of those time, and the apostles, they were ladies inside them. That's I become my truth in this end. Ladies inside them, men. So I become in this end the truth, the Holy Spirit. So since those times, since the biblical days, humans, because this have been happening since the biblical days, that the migrants of the demons from the seas, which is like spears. They turn into like smoke, and then they go into human in you as a carcass into the waters. And then a part of them, they fly away, and then what happens? They find temple, they find the body that can, part that where they can keep themselves until the end of the earth. Now look at them. They have that now, copied. Until the end of the earth, for they were started from it. They formed. Since humanity, the migrants of the demons from the Dead Seas transgressed the humans, transgressed the temples of God. That's why these humans cannot keep those who say, who talk always about God, who name called God daily, who mention God names daily. They will say to you, humans, I used to forgive, but now it is the king that you have blasphemed so much with 70 77 times. 77 times. What's that? Trillion. Symbol of 700 miles away. You know, it's either of him 700 miles away from me, or, he is 700 miles away from me, humans. So, that happens, and that times I'm crying because I can't feel him. Just my tears. It's just, it's like a tears of joy. So as the beast out of the seas, the transgressions into humanity happens more and more and more and more daily, because every day, humans speak the name of God, which is they are name-calling God, and with that, they revert themselves into something else. Transgressions. Than anybody knows. Except the sunrise. For sunrise knew who is the subconscious transgressions, who transgress the consciousness of the truth, because truth, or the true plant children of God is subconsciousness. And then they also have consciousness. So basically, there's subconscious and subconsciousness, which is in the beginning, everything was made in pair, even if that is what you called letters. So the subconsciousness of humans is very thin layers that put you to sleep when it's demons and evil. Time called when in the afternoon, when the night and the evening is going to close, it's like closing your eyes, basically, like when you close your eyes, it's also a symbol of Eve. The night and the evening have to close together, have to be together. It's like you and your husband. You have to be together. You have to close. It's the same closing your eyes. Just a sample of that. Consciousness. And that time, like I said, 6 o'clock is demons, and 8 o'clock is evil time. 10 o'clock is death, and 4 a.m. is dames, or what you call the dames, opening the time. That's when Eve and Satan have to also full off to it's like the sun and the rise. You rise. So you walk away, like from your home, you go to your work. It's basically the same as the spirit of sentience, So, and that's when too, at that 4 a.m., they'll start working after midnight. Because when the sunrise is about to rise at 4 a.m., they will have to eat first. This is basically like you. You will eat first, you do your thing, you wash, you cleanse, you replenish, all that. And then, they have all day to praise. They have all days to praise. And then, at 12 noon, they will eat. They will eat for them to replenish. To clean, a robe, they want to buy a robe. And at 3 p.m. or at 3 a.m., they will speak into your subconscious. They will speak into your subconscious as like a children unprotected. We work, humans. It is the tribulations within yourselves. Why? Because of your doing the number 3. Ten Commandments of God, not to blaspheme God. Satan does not, Satan is humans. He can't even speak the name of that. You know, not like you, the Lord show me this, the Lord show me that. No, he does not, humans. Why? Because he knew himself that the 70 times 7 is the most ill. You know, the most ill. And your subconsciousness, humans, when you are a child, is unprotected. Until you become hateful through by your parents, lacking attentions on their children, not making you feel love, that's when you have a lot of thoughts. That's when at 9 years old, you're starting thinking, why my mother don't love me, why my mother, like that. You know? That's when children started making them feel like, like unwanted, all that. Because of their parents' attention, lacking attentions from their parents, not making them feel love, is more the child gets darker in soul spheres. The child gets darker and darker and darker and darker. While whom you called Satan cannot speak the name Lord. While humans keep speaking the Lord name daily as if it is a chalk into their brain. You know? Until it's inked into their mouth and then comes out into their brain. That's when they will comment, oh, the Lord show me this, the Lord show me that. And then basically you are using His name in every letters of your daily living. Which is, that is what I've been telling you, that you have far offended God. You know, I am just talking, just a simple being, just for you to understand, because I will take my, later, because right now, if I claim as what, you must just get, so let it be. So that's the humans become. Every time daily you speak the Lord name, or God's names in vain, not being in perils, it is your children receiving the most cursed, and you, the most punishment. Why your children? Because your children is, in the beginning they are pure. Now your even children are dark in the spirits. You know why? The father is preaching the word of God. The daughter is judging others because the father told her this, told her that. So she gets darker and darker and darker. And then what happened? In her subconscious, the spirits are fighting. You know, the spirits are fighting, but even that, she put also, because that's what the world becomes, is biblical. You know, you unreason even into your dreams, even into your subconscious, in your consciousness, into your heart, throughout your body. It's like you shielded yourselves in the name L-O-R-D. You know? You think you can, no, humans, you have saved yourselves with that, when your work is supposed to be for others. You know? And then what happens? That's when the patriarchs, humans, the patriarchs, angels protects the sons of God, for they're the ones who work for others. You know? While the demons from the seas, who was called beast out of the seas, overtake their vibrations. Overtake their, what's vibrations, humans? That's what you steal, what you call channeling. From humanity's populations from the worlds. Since you cannot and does not want sufferings, because even just the small sufferings or pain, you take tablets. Small sickness, you You feel like dead already. Why? Because that is the demons inside you is killing you. And then with that, you use the name, oh Lord. Even just a tooth problem. Oh, the Lord, heal my tooth. Dilahara. Oh, it's nothing. Demons can do that to you. You yourself can do that. Just go to the doctor, just like we always do. It's not life and death. Your tooth, whatever you call it, like teeth, it's not life and death, humans, because even if you have no teeth, you're still going to live. But the more scarier is when the king is what you blaspheme daily by using his name L-O-R-D just because of your tooth. That alone is an abomination. Oh the Lord, heal my tooth, just like that woman, Caiaphas. You know, it's not life and death. You mention God's names or call the name of the Lord if you are going to die, if it's life and death. That's when you're supposed to call the name. Not disrespecting the name, or number 3, 10 Commandments, and number 10, COVID. You know? Humans cannot take small sufferings. Small sufferings, if they feel like they're dead, they're gonna die. Dillahara, humans. You have not been into anything in life if you're like this. You know? You call God names daily. For that is what demons inside. For that is demons' work. To fix God, to piece your brains. That is what happens in the earth, humans. It becomes your expressions as if that is the number 3 in 10 Commandments, and number 10. Do not covet. Do not vain the God's names. That is the parable of the unmerciful. Is actually, it's not that. It is called unforgivable sin. Unforgivable servants. You know? For cattle's was cattle's plastic or plastic was from Cain. That is why humans become rage from the ink, dark and evil. Their spirits are stink, their souls are smelt like aliens, where they were, aliens are just aliens. You far offended those that was once living in peace in heaven. You cannot give them a good Shabbat. Why? Every day, what you call it, Sabbath? I am Sabbath. Call them Shabbat. Why Shabbat? They are, This totally a lot of things. That's SEBBETH is me. SHEBBETH is them. T, just T. We are tetragrammaton. Reverse. I am. While they are those who just speak, and then what comes out from their mouth, that's it. It's like when you vain his name, he get hurt with that. Why? Nakedness, humans, because of you. You think every time you speak the name of God, he's not pleased. He swears. Why? Because it's like he's having just like my sickness, my, what you call this, like when you get up and then like losing balance, That what I have after I died. I could not get up. When I get up, I say this. I say this before in my record that like when I get up, I feel like I'm losing balance. What you call it? It's not sickness. It's not sickness. It's part of your blood, like a blood problem, you know. And I look at it later. And that is why humans, when you mention his name, he is like losing balance. He always and how many of you does that daily? So what he does, he have to make a shield for himself. Who is their shield? I am. You know? I am their shield. Why? Because I have a lot of souls that no matter how many, it's basically like when I say the lots of souls, it goes right into the leaf, like a drop of water into that leaf that only touches but cannot touch, but cannot lose its balance. You know, for it's like a leaf. You know, my souls. That is what happened to the world, humans. Ako ko na nara. We are looking what is this name I have. This you know, like I sit right now, and then when I get up, like I'm losing balance. It's like all my blood goes down. It's the same as them when you are when you keep mentioning their name, humans. You know, and I'll put in my details description about this, and that is why humans in God the Father is have pulled out all those he have not planted. You know, like pulled out is like in the body. You know, in the body, and into that body, the transgressions. It means of the transgressions. You know, humans, you are the worst evildoers that was held captive in Animalandia and was given chance to Animalandia, but you could not learn knowledge that are out of heavens to reach the most highest mountains where Father placed the terrestrial called tabernacle, where my heart is. You know, the life. You know, where I'm not allowed to speak about it because all you I say I'm not allowing to speak about it because when I speak humans, I make sure I won't in my spirit, I make sure I won't say the word, so I cover it in my eye. You know, I cover it in my eye while I'm erasing it. For me not to tell you where it is because your souls goes and find for it. You have no idea what your souls does. You know? By looking the atonement. You know, looking the atonement. I am the MARIT, humans. Since the human subconscious becomes dark force temples, lands where angels cannot come in, but it's like this: when you go to sleep, your consciousness is floating, while your subconscious is dead, and then that's when the demon possessed humans spirits goes into their one another. You transgressed one another, basically fighting inside of your subconscious. Your subconsciousness, humans, is like a land. For your body is a land, the earth that you will possess. You know, the earth, a symbol of Adam when it's first made. From the face of the earth, the Red Sea, you know, the red. It's also symbol of the Red Indian. You know? Red. It's just because you see the ground black, you think it's black. No, it's not. Like that the humans who claims to be my, she's not part of this. You know? That's when humans, the world is abhor because of that. Because humans cannot find that terrestrial. which is I am avoiding to speak, because after that, when demons that have listens about my speaking, their souls looks for it. I've seen this. Humans, I said I'm eternal, and I know what I'm speaking. Even if you yourself does not know what I speak, because you are just kept in that body as yourselves. That body is yourselves. Your own jail. That, Dorula Egra. That is where you are held captive until the second coming. And once we are sitting in there, I will know you are in front of me. You don't have to speak. You don't have to tell me. It's like the symbol of when I was Jesuit. I was just sitting there when they brought then my best friend mother. My best friend mother, because in heaven she was my desk. The close one of those, because aside from my mom, she's we always like this in heaven. We're just happy, like a family that prays together, stays together. That is what your subconscious gets when you sleep or after, when it's time to sleep. 6 o'clock, that's when your subconscious is starting to get tired. 6 o'clock until 10 o'clock, the time of death. And then 12 is the time of dead. Dead, those who just passed away. They have other designated areas. And then, after that, at 3 a.m., that's when he play in your subconscious and your conscious. 4 a.m., we get out from it, and then what? We see who you are. 4 a.m., the time of Satyans and Eve to come out and have a rest for a day, and then next day, same thing, work. Why humans? Because of you. Because of you, humans. Because of you. Dark and devil. I've just rebuked myself. And of course, when I rebuke myself, that also is it's like a wings spread to all in the beginning, the arcs,